And she said, I'm glad it helped. I said, no, you don't understand. It's gone.
Fight pain naturally with Relief Factor. Go to relieffactor.com and get your 3-week quick start today. Only $19.95.
Progressive knows when you're in your RV, you're already on vacation. That's when you become Vacation You, who just camped where there's absolutely no shade. Even though regular you burns easily. In fact, Vacation You burns too, but is too stubborn to admit it, which is why regular you gets in trouble at the dermatologist, because Vacation You doesn't do doctors. So bundle your RV with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
There were disruptions and there were arrests during an annual march through Jerusalem, marking Israel's capture of the eastern part of the city during the 1967 war.
When the young men go through Damascus Gate in East Jerusalem, they go through the Muslim quarter towards the Western Wall, and they, as has happened before today, they were provoking, attacking some of the shop owners. They had to close up early because of the danger. So the police did step in quite early and arrest some people, and other more secular Israeli political leaders condemned the violence. But it was a very emotional but a very big parade through Jerusalem.
The BBC's Wira Davies. A new aid system in Gaza has opened its first distribution hubs in the territory. That, according to a U.S.-backed group that is taking over the handling of supplies. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation is backed by Israel and the United States, but it has been rejected by the UN. News and analysis, townhall.com. When President Trump speaks, monarchs respond. Mr. Trump's talk about Canada as America's 51st state, as Britain's King Charles set to address the Canadian Parliament.
Given a royal welcome on the tarmac at Ottawa Airport, King Charles III and Queen Camilla arrived on a visit that Canada's leader says will underscore his nation's sovereignty. Trump's repeated suggestion that the US annex Canada prompted Prime Minister Carney to invite Charles to give the speech Tuesday from the throne. The King is the head of state in Canada, which is a member of the British Commonwealth of former colonies. Carney says the visit speaks to the vitality of Canada's constitutional monarchy and its distinct identity. I'm Karen Shamas.
Hong Kong politicians talking about a panda economy. The city is touting its first locally born giant pandas, hoping they'll unleash a tourism boom. Townhall.com.
This is Lance Vonderheide with People's Bank and Trust, where customers have one business banker who understands their business and provides the right financial services to achieve their financial goals. Your business banker is your single source for all your financial needs, from cash management to lines of credit, from mortgages to equipment loans and everything in between. Call me at 888-PBT-1954. At People's Bank and Trust, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Staff Meteorologist Paul Trombley with your regional radio forecast. Slight chance for isolated rain showers today, otherwise overcast skies. Daytime highs approaching 70, winds out of the northeast, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected again tonight. Slight chance for isolated rain showers, lows level off around 55. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Right now, it's 59 degrees.
WTIM. This is Lyric Lamola with your 8 a.m. Expand Local Newscast. Good morning. Current news time is 8:06, and let's get to our top stories for the day. The Taylorville Park Board of Trustees is set to hold their regular monthly meeting this evening at 7 p.m. The meeting will take place at the Manners Park Dining Hall. After the call to order, new board member Blake Heimsness will be sworn in. The board will move to approve the minutes from April's meeting. Treasurer's report will then be discussed. In new business, the board will discuss and potentially vote on a contract involving the Lakeshore Golf Course. There will be a vote on the bid for the construction of a new swimming pool set at Manners Park. The agenda also includes reports from the Maintenance Superintendent, Recreational Director, Office Administrator, and Finance Committee, along with approval for payment of bills. The board will then potentially go into executive session. Stay tuned to Regional Radio News for more updates following the conclusion of this event. Several area police departments took part in a state mandated training on high-risk traffic stops Tuesday morning in Stonington. The training held at the Stonington Fire Department was instructed by Eric Pedden in coordination with Norfolk Railroad. Officers from Edinburgh, Assumption, Morrisonville, and Stonington participated in the session, focusing on best practices and safety protocols during potentially dangerous traffic stops. Training is part of ongoing efforts to ensure officers across the state are prepared to handle high-risk situations with safety and professionalism. State Representative Regan Deering has announced the launch of her first annual summer reading program named Reading is Sweet. Deering hopes to encourage students to keep reading during their summer break. The program is open to all students in the kindergarten through 5th grade who reside in or attend school within her 88th House District. To participate, students must read 8 books over the summer. Longer books with more than 150 pages can count as 2. Books read as part of other summer reading programs also qualify. A parent or guardian must verify that the books were read. Students who complete the program will be invited to an ice cream party hosted by Deering later this summer. Each participant will also receive a certificate from the Illinois House of Representatives to commemorate their achievement. The deadline to submit completed reading logs is July 15th. Entries may be submitted online by visiting repdeering.com and selecting Summer Reading under the Resources tab. For more information on this program and many others that Representative Deering offers, contact her office at 217-876-1968. Again, that number is 217-876-1968. You can also email her by visiting this story online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. A reminder to Taylorville Kiwanis Club members that there is no meeting today at the Taylorville Moose Lodge. Instead, the club will be holding its annual scholarship picnic to present Kiwanis scholarships to 2 Taylorville High School seniors. The picnic begins at 5:30 this afternoon at the Kiwanis Park Pavilion. Kiwanis members, their significant others, scholarship award winners, and their parents are all invited. The Kiwanis Club will return to its regular Tuesday noon meetings at the Moose Lodge on Tuesday, June 3rd. The 25th annual Taylorville Black Horse Veterans Powwow is fast approaching. The 3-day event brings the community together for food and intertribal dancing. The powwow has evolved over many years, but continues its tradition of honoring elders and Native backgrounds. Fred Dubé, event president, says the gathering is personal to him because of his background.
Well, it means a lot to me because of my family heritage, which were Kiowa and Apache and some French. I've been into the Native culture for actually all of my life. We've been doing this event here in Taylorville now for 25 years. We've had different locations that we've moved around to,
Sure.
But hopefully the best one we like so far is where we're at right now at the Taylorville Lake Marina. There are good people out there and they really treat us well. And it's just beautiful out there. The Taylorville Lake Marina is.
The powwow added the veterans designation only about 8 years ago because of the many ties to military service among the organizers.
And we decided to change it over to a veterans powwow. So we decided that we're going to have a big meal every year on Saturdays at 5 o'clock and feed the veterans and their families. Are all welcome to come out to honor our veterans. That's why we do that, is to honor our veterans. We have a big grand entry that comes in with all the veteran flags, all the military flags. And public is welcome. It's all you can eat fried chicken dinner with all the fixings, and dessert and drink all goes with it. And anybody that's ever been out there will tell you it's darn good chicken.
This year's powwow runs from May 30th through June 1st at the Taylorville Lake Marina. We'll have different activities every day.
Friday looks like we'll be having a grand entry at 5 o'clock. And then gourd dancing will start immediately after that, which gourd dancing is a very sacred dance. They bless the circle. That's what they do. Saturday, we have the grand entry. We'll have 2 grand entries on Saturday with all the military flags will be coming in. and so we can honor our veterans and first responders as well. And then at 5 o'clock, we have the big chicken dinner, which everybody can come on out and have something to eat. Well, Sunday, we have our honoring our veterans again with our grand entry. And then at 12 o'clock, we'll have the kids that want to go out and dance with the natives can sign up and go out and dance, and we judge them. And some of them will be taking home brand new bicycles. And of course, the mayor will be out there to get those bicycles personally to the kids.
The organization still needs volunteers to help the event run smoothly. People can help out throughout the weekend, but certain roles allow only a subset of people.
We need volunteers on just about everything. We have vendors that come in, like I say, from all over the country, selling their native goods, moccasins, jewelry, dresses, stuff, shawls, that sort of stuff too. Mm-hmm. And when they come in, we like to have people be able to go over and help them set up on their corner or wherever they're going to be, and that's all a big help. Now, when it comes to feeding on Saturday at 5 o'clock, the only one that's allowed to serve are women. We call them mothers. They have to wear a skirt in order to serve. And our elders come first. Our elders always get called up to eat first. So I want everyone out there to know that our elders will be eating before anyone else does.
Anyone interested in taking part or looking for more information can email blackhorse@ccitech.com or call 823-6878. That's 823-6878. Fred Dubé appears as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. Christian County Fair is shaping up to be one of the best yet, with new events returning favorites and a night of country music on the schedule. For the second year in a row, the fair will host a Friday night concert. This year's lineup is a big one, with Clay Walker and Casey Donahue set to headline. In addition to the concert, the fair will feature Community Day on Wednesday, celebrating the people and businesses that make Christian County special. Angela Olmarster is Marketing and Promotions Director with the Christian County Fair Board, talks the concert and Community Day.
Our Clay Walker and Casey Donahue concert, Friday, July 18th. Visit our website at www.christiancountyfair.com. Tickets are on sale now for general seating in the grandstand. There's no reserved seating, and track seats, which technically aren't seats, they're standing room only. The tickets are going fast, so you want to go on and get your tickets now, get them secure. There's some really nice things that are going on at the fair. In addition to that, there's, of course, the livestock shows, as we talked about. There's the Community Day Vendor Fair on Wednesday night, which folks like Joe with Bear Creek Ranch, they come and they set up booths. We have retail vendors, ag vendors, lots of vendors. And this year, I think you're going to be a little bit surprised with some of the folks you see at the Community Day Vendor Fair. So that happens on Wednesday.
Bear Creek Ranch in Morrisonville will again be back at the Christian County Fair. Joe Bloom, owner of Bear Creek Ranch, gives some background on the business and its recent growth.
Yeah, so we're located right out of Morrisonville, and we started out as pasture beef. And we've moved into pigs at this point, too, pasture pigs. But we started out, we just had a few, we're mainly row crop. And we just had a few cattle, and COVID hit, and everyone wanted to know what we were doing with that beef. And so we kind of expanded and started selling beef, and then expanded more and more. And we were selling whole beefs. And a lot of people didn't want to buy a whole cow at a time. So we went and got like our grocer's license and our meat broker's license. And then we started selling 1 pound at a time. It was a lot more economical for people, and they didn't have to have a huge freezer. And then we started doing farmers markets, and that kept blowing up. And then we moved on to bigger farmers markets, and then we started a delivery route, and it's expanded to what it is today. So we run a delivery route most days of the week. We service Christian, Montgomery, and Sangamon County. All our beef is ethically raised, hormone-free, antibiotic-free, always on pasture. We never feedlot anything.
Bear Creek Ranch will deliver virtually any cut of meat to your doorstep, and the delivery itself won't cost you a dime. Bloom talks about how to shop from their wide variety.
When you buy a quarter or a half, you end up with, some people like ribeyes, some people like strips. And when we started this, we're like, oh, I have all these strips I don't want, or I have all these ribeyes and I want this, or I just eat hamburger. Whatever. And it's like, well, why are we doing this? And so we started selling. We're just like a grocery store. You just get online, you place your order, you get what you want, because we sell the whole cow. I mean, we sell everything. If you want pig's feet, you let us know. And but everyone wants their own thing. And so we were like, all this meat's going to waste because how much of this people buy a half or a quarter and it just sits in their freezer, the stuff they don't want. And it's like, well, there are people that want different cuts. And so, yeah, that's how we started that.
Bloom talks the process of growing feed for their livestock, speaking to the difference in the quality of fresh and grass-fed beef and pork.
Like I said, we're from a row crop background, and we've always been very like tied into the environment, and you have to treat Mother Nature good, because without that we can't really farm. That's Mother Nature is our boss. And so when we got into the cattle, we took the same philosophy and just carried it forward. And so we grow a lot of wheat and things like that, but we also started growing like oats, and there's not many oats growing around, and they're a great feed. I mean, historically, oats have been a huge in this area for horse feed, but they're also a great cattle feed. And so we grow a lot of oats and feed them to our cows and our pigs. And a lot of people that buy our meat are like, wow, it tastes just different than what you get in a store. And it's like, well, I think this goes back to taking care of your animals. They're fed. Our pastures we always have like 30 plus species of different kinds of grasses and legumes in our pastures, but we also feed oats, and we do feed some corn, but that's not even our main thing. Our main feed stuff is actually oats, and for our pigs and our cows. And I think that carries through to the meat, that it's just a little bit different. And
for more information on Bear Creek Ranch, visit them at bcrbeef.com. More on the Christian County Fair can be found at christiancountyfair.com. Joe Bloom and Angela Olmarsters appear as guests on the WTIM Morning Show. Summer Horticulture Field Day set for next month at Flam Orchards in Cobden, so says Illinois Farm Bureau Associate Director of Food Systems Development, Regala Scavuzzo. The Summer Horticulture Field Day is set for June 12th. This is a portion of your 8 a.m. Expand Local News brought to you by TCCU.
This is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. Are you looking for a great CD rate? If you are, TCCU has amazing rates from our 7-month special to our 60-month CD. If you are looking for a great investment, now is the time to put your money to work in a TCCU CD. Our minimum deposit is $1,000. For more information, please contact us at any of our convenient locations in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org. Dividends will be compounded monthly. A penalty for early withdrawal may be imposed. Fees could reduce earnings on the account. Member NCUA.
Taking a look at our obituaries for today, 97-year-old Dr. Robert Keith Etheridge of Taylorville died May 1st. The celebration of life will be held on May 31st at 4 p.m. at Oak Hill Cemetery in Taylorville. Funeral arrangements handled by a Sally Funeral in Taylorville. 65-year-old Bernard Bernie W. Grundy of Peoria, formerly of Morrisonville, died May 18th. Graveside services are set for May 30th at 11 a.m. at Morrisonville Cemetery. Funeral arrangements handled by McClure Funeral and Cremation Services in Taylorville. Donald Carl Taylor of Maxwell, Iowa, formerly of Decatur, died May 12th. Cremation rights have been accorded. No services will be provided. Southern Memorial Home in Taylorville in charge of those arrangements. 62-year-old Karen Hall Cox of Taylorville died May 2nd. Cremation rights have been accorded. Arrangements will be made at a later date. Sun Memorial Home in Taylorville in charge of the arrangements. For this obituary and all other obituaries, visit our obituary section online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Taking a look at our weather forecast today, isolated showers, mostly cloudy with a high near 70. Northeast winds, wind gusts as high as 18 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation about 20%. Tonight, more rain expected mainly after 4 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 55. Wednesday, 30% chance of showers early in the morning, then turning sunny with a high near 71. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 53. Then Thursday, a 30% chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny with a high near 71. Hope you enjoyed the mild temperatures over the weekend. You're not going to get that too much longer. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday temperatures expected to be in the mid-80s. Currently outside, humidity 68%. Barometer at 30.11 inches. Dew point at 48 degrees. Visibility maxed at 10 miles an hour. And currently outside, it is overcast and 59 degrees. My name is Leroy Clamola. This has been a look at your expanded local news. More of the WTIM morning show coming up in just a few moments.
Here's Cousin Bill from Illinois Paving.
Asphalt seal coating season is here. Are you tired of sealing that asphalt driveway every year? Cousin Bill has a polymerized seal that can last much longer using premium grade polymerized asphalt seal coat. It can last so long, you'll get sick of looking at it. This is the same stuff that we use on our state and federal jobs. We can machine clean, we can crack fill, hand apply, or spray. Be the envy of the block with a new asphalt seal coat from Illinois Paving. 788-7777.
People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, are proud to continue their long-standing sponsorship of honoring Taylorville High School Students of the Month on WTIM's many platforms on AM, FM, and streamed online, and on WMKR Genuine Country 94.3.
My name is Lydie Reaver, and I am the Freshman Student of the Month. My mother's name is Amanda Gunther, and my current extracurricular is Colors of Pride Club. My hobbies are writing, listening to music, and spending time outdoors. I have future plans of becoming either a chef or a cook, and my favorite subjects are math and science. They're easy once you get to know them.
People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, salutes these great Taylorville High School students on this honor and wish them the best in their future. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
There's only one Central Illinois radio station that brings you the memories of the 60s and early 70s as you are cruising down the streets of your hometown. The dial position is 98.3 FM. The station is 98.3 WSVZ. From Macon to Vandalia and I-55 to I-57, cruising 98.3 plays the hits from early Elvis in the 60s to the British invasion of the Beatles, Herman's Hermits, and many more from the 1960s. Then we swing into the early half of the 1970s with artists like the Guess Who, the Doobie Brothers, and Elton John. Every song brings back something you remember about growing up. Set a button and crank